Hi everyone and welcome. It is Karen here with you today. Today I am going to share with you a project that I have designed for ScrapFX. Now for the month of August we just get to play with whatever products take our fancy. So I've decided to use my very own rice paper in Rainbow Splotches. And I'm starting off by just gluing that down into my book with some gel medium. So I've ripped up the piece that I've had, which I think was only about half a sheet left. So I've got that bit just about glued in. And now I'm going to use some of the newspaper rice paper, also available from ScrapFX, and I'm going to put that in between the bits of Rainbow Splotches so I can cover my page completely with collage, which, you know, is one of my very favourite things to do. So that's what I'm doing there. So once I've got it all in there and I've got it all nice and dry, which will be in a minute when the camera catches up, I'm still sticking a little bits here and there, I'm actually going to use some fluoro watercolour paints by Art by Marlene. So I'm going to paint that over the newspaper print, just to add in some colour to that bit there and make my background really poppy and vibrant. Next thing I'm going to do is grab out some foam ScrapFX stamps, and I've also got some paper artsy paints. So I'm putting my paint on with a piece of cut and dry foam. You can see me doing that there, and I'm using the black side of the foam to distribute the paint into the foam stamp and then stamp it on my page. So that yellow was called Lemon Meringue, the white is Snowflake, and I think the pink was Sherbet. So now that I've got those bits done, I've got out a number crunch stamp and the alphabet and numbers circles, and I'm just stamping those into some black ink, which I'm going to dry off with my heat gun so that I don't smudge it. The next thing I'm going to use is cut out some pieces of Weird Folk, which is designed by Michelle. They've been around for a little while, but yeah, I decided to use those today. So I'm going to glue them in, and I've actually chopped the bottom off them a little bit because they were a little bit too big for my small dilutions journal. So I'm just gluing them into place with some art glitter glue just on the back there. So that looks pretty cool, and I've got some little flower silhouettes as well, which I thought would be cool. I love the blackness of these silhouettes against the bright funky colours in the background. I think they really pop, so I think they look very cute, those two little flowers. The next thing I'm going to do is I've got a chevron stencil from ScrapFX, of course, and I've got some gold paste, which is just like texture paste, modelling paste. It's from Prima, so Finnabar paste it is. I'm just wiping off the edges of my book so as it dries, you know, my pages don't stick together. I've also got a quote here which is from the sheet of Word People, and I cut the sole bit off, and then I was going to leave the other two lines together, but it looked a little bit weird, so I decided to cut that bit in half and then separate it and glue it back in. So the quote is, "Lose your mind, find your soul." And I didn't cut it out very well because I missed off the top of the F, but anyway. I'm also doing a little bit of mark making with my Life of Colour fluoro paint pens. These are really cool. If you happen to want some of those, go check out Life of Colour. They're an Australian brand as well. The last thing that I'm going to do is add on some Stabilo oil pencil around the outside of my Weird People shapes, just to help bring them out from the background because they look a little bit lost. So I'm just adding a little bit of black, and I decided to put it all the way around in the end because they needed that little bit more definition. So if you could imagine, the sun is shining directly on them and the shadow is behind them, so that's why they have a shadow all the way around. And that's my page. So I really hope I have inspired you to get creative with some ScrapFX goodies this month, and please like and subscribe, and until next time, I will see you later. Bye.